Welcome back, we're the Bourbon Junkies. He's Dan, I'm Sean. Tonight, we're gonna try to do a triple review.
This is a trip. No, we've already completed it in my brain. Three finished whiskeys that have just recently come out. We're just gonna review all three of them. Let's see. Kelvin Collab 6.
Nope. Numbers.
Barrel King Batch 91, which is actually, this is the final product of what we blended while we were out there.
Bardstown Collaborative Series. Silver Oak.
That's a cool nickname.
Yeah, it is straight bourbon whiskey finished in Silver Oak Cabernet barrels. Oh, you're starting with that, huh?
I'm just gonna pour all three.
Yeah, I just want to have it in the same order, buddy. You're just doing it backwards to how the bottles were laid out.
No, I went this one first, this one second, that one third.
Yeah, so this bottle was all the way to the right. So you poured that
For you.
all the way in. Nope, for both of us.
Uncorked and recorked.
So this is the way our glasses are now.
Yep, true.
And we got them in height too. Didn't look at that.
While you're here, like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate you
Or
watching the channel.
unsubscribe for what Dan just said.
Jeez, oh Pete's, dude. Also, check out EvernorthSpirits.com for merch and stuff from Evernorth. From
Evernorth
the place.
Spirits.
Whiskey and stuff. At Evernorth. There's clothes and merch on the website. All right, here's what we're gonna do.
What are we gonna do? Let's start with the middle one.
I think that we're gonna like all three of these. We've had these two, obviously, but we have never reviewed final product here.
No.
Never reviewed this.
Nope.
And never reviewed
I
this.
never even drank this, so I don't know why there's so much.
Last time I had it, it was good. So, what we're gonna do today, I do actually believe that we've really liked every Four Gate Kelvin collab.
Yeah,
I
they've
believe that's
statistically been my favorite Four Gate releases.
Yeah. Full transparency on this. This Bardstown bottle was sent to us, and that Four Gate bottle was sent to us. I'm a Barrel King Gold member, so I did pick our bottle, so because we liked it. It was good.
I mean, we had a hand in blending it.
All right, so
What do we want to start with?
I'll go left to right like normal.
So this is going to be review number 1. Collab number 6. Good on them.
Oh my gosh.
Four Gate, if you don't know, what they do is they go out buy very, very good, very old whiskey.
Yep.
And then they go to places like Kelvin. They're like, hey, make some cool barrels for us.
Yep.
And Kelvin goes, we'd love to do that.
Yep.
They whip up some cool barrel staves, like different profiles and stuff like that for Four Gate. They finish them on out. Then you can buy it.
This is 115.6 proof. It is also Kentucky Straight Bourbon finished in Portuguese Madeira, Conch Republic Dark Rum. Those are the two finishes.
Rum makes sense smelling this.
Yeah, it does, because it's dark.
I was like, what? I don't
She's
know
a
what that
dark
is.
and
I thought it
dirty
was
gal.
French oak, if I'm
Yeah.
being honest, because it's like really, really dark, chocolatey.
Dense.
Yeah,
it
it
feels dense.
I get the buttered popcorn note
Yeah.
on this. Heavily finished.
I believe, could be wrong. I think if you go to Four Gate's website, I think I read the mash bills on there.
Okay.
Pretty sure, based on the mash bills on their website, that is 4 roses. And
Could be.
Was it Barton? Or I think there were 2 different distillates though. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that there's 4 roses in there, which is pretty damn cool.
Very, very like sweet, almost like jelly beans in the nose.
Dude, the jelly bean note is on the right front of the palate. Like red jelly beans. That's
It
so
dances
good.
up front. It's almost like a red vine forming.
I get it's very effervescent. I get like I get carbonated, like my tongue's tingly right now. The
Sweet.
rum comes through a lot.
Really, yeah.
Or the
like
dark
that's all
note.
in the finish
Yeah.
too. I think the Madeira hits you up front.
Yeah.
You get all that blast of like sweetness. It's not drying, which is great.
It's like dark berries.
Man, I get like that red vine, a lot of sugar up front.
Yeah.
And then it's very, very savory in the back.
It's almost like a black peppercorn and molasses in the back on the finish. I like that.
Man, the buttered popcorn note on the nose is wild.
It's like if you took a bag of popcorn, right? But when you go to like the gourmet popcorn shops and they drizzle like chocolate on the popcorn, it's like that. It has these really dark, sugary, sweet notes to it, that's awesome. And the proof's nice.
That drink 115.
It's a solid spot.
Yeah. A. Flat A for me. That's fantastic.
Probably $200.
Still, don't care.
That
Kelvin's great.
Gosh.
That is so good.
that's a really good follow-up.
Should end on that.
That's a really good follow-up to Kelvin 5 too.
Yeah.
Because Kelvin 5 was, Kelvin 5 was our finished whiskey of the year.
Yeah, it's a monster.
That's a great follow. Here's the thing about the issue with the Kelvins. Gotta be real hard to follow year after year after year. Gotta be very hard to follow.
Should have done our second.
Well, I would imagine that, in theory.
It smells dusty.
Does it?
Yeah, weird.
Okay, so.
Not in a good way.
Moving to the
like
barrel.
A dusty attic.
Oh, that's probably the glass.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Moving to the next bottle. This is Barrel King Batch 91.
You know what?
Oh.
It is unfair because I know it's in there. The apple brandy finish on that is so wild. How like green apple and like icing it is.
It's like flaky pastry.
Yeah. We have brandy barrels right now that smell like a cobbler or a pie.
Yeah.
This very much is in the same vein of that.
This.
But it's tart.
What is the proof? So this is a blend of, there's stag finished MGP bourbon in here. There's straight MGP bourbon in here. There, I believe, are like 6 to 8. You can go back and watch our video for the makeup of what's in this, but it's 117.6 proof.
Yep.
And then after it was all vatted while we were there, it was then dumped in, the vat was dumped, so the blend was dumped into apple brandy barrels. Set in the apple brandy barrels for a little bit, and then
re-blended back,
revatted. So
that feels.
That is so apple. I just love apples.
The green apple note is wild on this. It's so very, very, very strong. It feels like a green apple pie with like a weird, almost like burnt caramel. Very dark in the finish. It's punchy. I get a ton of vanilla bean on it.
The vanilla is all in the late finish.
Yes.
And it's so intense too. It's not like you drank vanilla extract, but it's like you can tell that vanilla, it's almost like vanilla extract was used in making whatever baked good. I like the green apple pie, but it's got the cross pastry on it where they overlap.
Lattice.
Yep. And then they drizzled it with caramel and then baked it after the caramel was put on it. So the caramel was like warm and then melted.
It almost became a brittle.
Oh man. That's
fantastic.
The finish is the finish is really long, caramel, vanilla, and the apple is the thing that trails off first, and then the sugar follows.
It's almost like a weird buttercream.
Gosh, man, what?
117. You're tingling. You're a little tingling.
I could drink a lot.
That's how you die.
Because the problem is this drink's lower proof than that, and they're about the same.
Yeah,
they're almost identical.
Too off,
And I think this is even higher. This drink's softer, I would say.
Not that I have any skin in the game because I helped blend it. Hey, that's a good one.
Yeah, I would go. So now here's how I would compare these. This feels more finished.
125.
Yeah, plus ship.
Yeah.
This one
is an experience.
Yes.
It's so unique.
This one feels like if you like, this is more finished. This is a heavier finish for sure.
Yeah.
This is closer to a bourbon with like an apple influence to it.
Yeah.
I think.
This is like a weird love child between Foursquare Rum and Angel's Envy in my mind.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that rummy.
Love child.
Because it's still whiskey-esque.
I know, but you get like 2007 that's finished in
that tastes like bourbon.
Tastes like bourbon.
Yeah.
So this feels like that in my mind.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
All right.
Third bottle, Silver Oak from Bardstown.
This is the second one I've never had.
108 proof. So Silver Oak's apparently a vineyard winery. It says for over 50 years, Silver Oak has created exquisite California Cabernets, aged exclusively in American oak barrels. Custom blend of bourbon was aged in Silver Oak barrels for 17 months.
But it just smells like wine.
Year and a half, really?
Like it literally, I like the first nose that I had, I was like, nope, must need a reset. Go back there, smell it. It just smells like wine.
Oh, and I get it's got like a roasted almond probably.
Yeah.
On it. I get like a fruit cake with roasted nuts in it.
It's like a fig.
I like that.
With like, I'm on you with the roasted nut for sure.
I get like a breadier profile to it.
Is it pecan or is it an almond? I think it's an almond.
It's an almond. That's an almond.
I'm gonna go roasted almond with fig.
I like the fig. Fig's the exact right note. This is right.
This is in my wheelhouse.
This is Sean's wheelhouse.
Nose is insane. How like the depth of the wine note is so intense. I love that.
I think that you would always smell this in theory and be like, that is wine finished. I think you would guess wine. I think on this you could convince me that it wasn't wine or it was wine or whatever. Right?
I know it's finished though.
This one is specifically wine finished. This one you could convince me might not be finished at all. Weirdly. But you could,
really?
yeah, 100%.
Oh.
Because apple is a bourbon note too.
Yes, that's
is
fair.
why.
Yeah.
These have notes that aren't bourbon notes.
You're right. I'll take that because just in my mind, all I can think is Calvados when I smell that.
Okay, this is a little nuttier than these two, for sure. But there's so much like fruit surrounding that. That's interesting. That's really interesting.
That's like if you took like think of making brownies with like a dark cherry into it. So every now and then you just get a bite and you're just like, whoa.
I like that, but the brownie's got peanuts in it. Then.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because there's a nut note.
It might be
on the front of the palate.
If I think this might be the youngest product. If I'm gonna just have to throw a guess at it.
Oh, that's interesting.
I would.
Or
I
hear
would
me
guess
out.
probably 6-ish.
It's like finished. Oh, which probably would be a fit in what you're saying.
Yeah.
This might be like a finished green. This is a Green River profile. It feels like.
Oh yeah.
Finished with wine barrels. I don't get grain. I don't want to like equate. I don't want to say it tastes younger because it's grainy.
No.
There's a nutty note.
That is definitely mash bill nutty.
Yeah.
Not
there you go.
Youth nutty.
That's the correct way to phrase that.
There are a lot of times that you can. They walk a very fine line for us.
Yeah.
That you can get younger 4-year like distillate, and in that you taste it, you're like, oh, it's youthy. It's like woody. That goes very in hand with nuttiness.
I do like that though. I do like that. These are extremely different from one another though. All three of them. I mean, obviously, but they're all different finishes. But favorite one is one of these two, like without a doubt, truthfully. But don't dislike any of them. I would put this higher up on the finished Bardstowns that I've had.
Yeah.
Than most.
I'm gonna put that at a flat B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
It's good.
It's probably a 150
Definitely not
bottle.
my favorite. Okay.
So I would go B.
I was going completely independent of price tag there.
I'm gonna go. These would both be A's so A or A minuses for me. I would go B here,
I don't
think.
hate this.
I don't either.
It's thick. It's like syrup though. How long that was finished in that wine barrel. They're very, very overpowering on the finish for me.
That cannot be Dickel, right?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if it is Schmickel, it's one of the better finished ones.
Well, I know, but
that's probably why they're like 17.
You and I often like finished Dickel.
Yeah.
Wine finished
Dovetail
Dickel.
proves that.
Yeah. That's why I'm wondering. I wonder if it covered up all the minerality stuff we don't like.
Could be.
And then it left some of the nuttiness is still there. You know what I mean?
These also feel like two different vibes for me.
Those are very different things. Yeah.
This I think is more of the whiskey drinkers.
Yeah, I
finish,
agree 100%.
Where I think this, man, the rum is so strong, and how like.
I went back to the Barrel King off of the Bardstown, and the nose on the Barrel King, freaking awesome.
I keep going.
So that after you go to Barrel King and Bardstown, I get the buttered popcorn note you're talking about that comes on like the Angel's cask.
Yeah, 1,000%, and that's why in my mind I think this feels like an Angel's product almost.
Which is
That is my jam, 1,000% through and through.
Which is wrongfully so.
Which I can prove over and over in blinds. It's happened a million times. I love it.
Angels is fine. Angel's cask is pretty good.
Hey, good day.
We did a good job.
Good whiskey today.
We did a good job.
Triple review. Hopefully you guys like that.
Yeah.
Every
3
now and
finished
then,
bottles. Let's go.
Just gotta get some bottles out. So try. Or what? Yeah, you can stop that.
This is not even sensual.